Hey friends. So, I had kind of a cool experience yesterday. I had a lesson with my incredible piano teacher, and I've been working on a new piece. It's kind of a new world for me. It's Chopin Etude. Oh God, I don't even know what number it is. Opus 25. I think it's like the number 21 overall. It's the Winter Wind Etude. Starts in A minor, and I spent a couple days doing a fair amount of work, and it really was opening up some stuff. One of these days, I'll play it for you, but not yet. We're not there yet. But I played it for the lesson and got a fair, positive feedback. Uh, I think I was doing pretty good work. But one of the things that Madeline identified was a tendency for my left hand arch, which is the hand you're not really thinking about in this etude, plays kind of simple chords throughout while the right hand is tearing across the keyboard. My left hand arch was collapsing, kind of going like this, instead of being nice and relaxed and open and strong. And So I had heard before from Madeline about how to make a little, here, I'll show you right here. I happen to have it. It's a little arch support that goes right in your arch of your hand here, and you tape it on or wrap it on somehow. And then when you play, I can't do it because it's not fixed right now. It makes your hands stay in a supported arch position. Well, I sort of didn't want to do it. and I was kind of like, and so Madeline suggested I go away and make one of these things. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it right after this lesson. I did, or that's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, right after this lesson, I'll not do it. Is what my mind was saying. And Madeline, if you're watching this now, you're getting insight into my inner workings. This is how my brain works. But then she said, no, I want you to do it right now. I want you to make one right now. I said, oh, okay. Let me go get a pair of scissors and find a tissue box I can cut up. And so I made an arch support. Put it on my hand, taped it on, as she was saying. Because I sort of had this sense like, this is a crutch. This is something that I don't need to do. I already know, I've played plenty of left hand work where I'm thinking about my left hand and my left hand feels really strong. There was something in me that just resisted it. Well, I made this arch support and I taped it to my hand, and immediately, as soon as I touched the keyboard, I was like, oh, that feels different. Whoa. That's a position of strength. Like, that is what that feels like. I was like, wait a minute, should I be doing this on my right hand too? Because now my left hand feels amazing. And I should know better than to think those thoughts. Again, Madeline, if you're watching, now you know. I've corrected myself. I should know better, because I've had the experience many times where I'll get an instruction that takes me, that it's like it blows me back so far, or it feels like it's blowing me back so far in the process. It's like the feeling of coming back to basics when you thought you were already advanced and you've actually been able to convincingly pull off advanced things. And then somebody says something that seems to kind of be saying, well, go back to square one and start building from square one. Like, support the arch of your left hand. I mean, what are we, like, this is my third piano lesson? But the trick is to just, and this is a trick I've learned many, many times. I learned it again yesterday, but I've learned many, many times. The trick is to just receive that lesson. Because going back to square one doesn't mean that you actually have undone any of the kind of more further down the road or more advanced work that we've done. It just means keep sweeping the floor, right? If you have a 4 Michelin star restaurant kitchen in the back of your Michelin restaurant, you create art every night. You make the most amazing tasting food and blow the minds of visitors from all over the globe, but you still gotta sweep the floor every night, right? You don't stop doing fundamental tasks that are arguably the kind of baseline. They form the floor for everything else. And that is a lesson that we can't learn. Most of us have to learn it several times. I mean, it's a tough one, because it always kind of feels like we're being told you're getting ahead of yourself. In some ways, we are being told you're getting ahead of yourself. And nobody likes to be told that. It's not fun to be told, hey, slow down. You're trying to do something that's a little bit beyond where you are, come back to the foundation. Come back to just, how does your left hand feel when it, I couldn't even believe we were talking about my left hand, because I was like, this is a right hand etude. The right hand does a million zillion notes that go like a bat out of hell. That's where my focus is. So the fact that she even picked up on my left hand was like this strange kind of genius thing of like, that's what she noticed, is that there's a collapse in the structure of my left hand. Which, if you've ever heard me talk about piano, oftentimes that's the case. You fix something seemingly unrelated, oftentimes it'll be in the other hand. You think you have a problem over here in the right hand, and you fix something in the left hand, all of a sudden the right hand just, all the problems go away, or that problem goes away. But that ability to kind of pick up on something fundamental, simple, and fundamental happening in the midst of a really complicated context. And then my ability gradually to receive that, be okay with it. I mean, again, like I said, I've had this happen many, many times where I've been kind of blown back to a place of, you need to sing that line, or you need to play that leap with your eyes closed, or that passage with your eyes closed, or, you know, make a really specific choreography of the wrist movement there. Don't let it just be kind of random. Make it something that's really specific, and it's painstaking to get that slow. You know, this is our mental conditioning wants us to do it faster. We want to be able to do it. All of us want to be able to do it, right? We want to be able to do the thing. But a lot of times, if we let go of doing the thing, all of a sudden we can do the thing. Because the obstacles to doing the thing are very often they're very often either located in or obscured by our intense urgency and desire to do the thing. So the best advice in the world to give someone, if they're willing to take it, if they're willing to receive it, is drop everything. Put away all the thoughts of all the grand plans, all the projects, all the big dreams. Not that you're banished, not that you're going to never come back to them, but lay them aside. Practice letting go of that, and practice investing in one tiny little detail that's at the foundation. It almost always is transformative in unexpected ways. And there's almost always a little bit of, the ego will rebel against this. My ego did yesterday, and my ego probably will again, if I'm honest. I mean, I hope not. I hope to learn this lesson. But the thing is, even, what does happen is the ego will rebel, but it starts to become a familiar feeling. So from the point of view of our awareness, we can go, I hear you, ego. You don't like this. That tells me we're probably onto something. If my ego hates it, there might be some gold in there. So, and this obviously applies to piano, but it applies to all of this. You could take this lesson and transpose it into any domain of life where there's a kind of, a stack or a set of skills and capacities that build upon each other, and where we might grow to a very advanced level only to then find ourselves having to come back to the ground floor, square one, and just polish the floor until it'll really, really support the structure. I don't know if that's the best metaphor, but you get the idea. Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate you. Great to see you. I got some great advice yesterday from one of you, from somebody who I think just found my channel, saying that I should remove the date from my titles because it may be getting in the way of people being able to of the title of the video sort of like being picked up by the algorithm and being more searchable. So I am dropping the dates on my titles. Thank you. I think your name is either Kelly or something. Thank you for that comment. Amazing. I'm so grateful to have received that. And this post is very much a conversation with all of you. So I welcome that, and I really appreciate the feedback. And for those of you who've been watching for a while, that's why there's no date in front of the titles anymore. Have a great day. Appreciate you. I'll see you soon.